Hi, I'm Julie, and I was reading this morning, and I wanted to talk a little bit about recovery. I've been in recovery for 10 years and um, different issues, and maybe one day I'll get into some of the issues, but I've been in recovery for about 10 years in April, and um, involved in different recovery programs and Celebrate Recovery for the past 10 years. And it's really been important because it's changed my life. And it's changed who I used to be to who I am now, and it's a good thing. And I've met a lot of really great people that have come through a lot too, and it's really nice to see the changed lives and the difference God can make in your life. And I was reading today, and it's about God's abundant pardon, and it's on step 6, which is we were entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. And the Bible reading is in Isaiah chapter 55, 1 through 9. And it talks a little bit about that. But what it says is people tell us to repent and stop thinking the way we do. Most of us would give anything to do this. You know, a lot of the problem with addictions that people have, different addictions, all addictions, is the way that we think. And that we're not good enough, or we're too ashamed, or all these different things that we have. And it's, if it was only that simple to stop our obsessive thoughts. It's a very hard thing to do. When we're starving emotionally, it's almost impossible to stop thinking about what is fed that hunger, even when we don't realize it doesn't satisfy. And that is so true. And a lot of people that you talk to, if you talk to people, don't be afraid to talk to somebody that's been in recovery, because they have an awesome story to tell. People don't seem to understand. They may quote a verse like, "Let men cast off their wicked deeds, let them banish from their minds the very thought of doing wrong," which is Isaiah 55:7. But think, how? My thoughts seem to be out of control. Well, God does understand. He puts that verse in the larger context of dealing with the hunger within our soul. He says, why spend your money on food that doesn't give you strength? Why pay for groceries that do you no good? Listen, and I'll tell you where to get good food that fattens up the soul. Come to me with your eyes wide open. Listen, for the life of your soul is at stake. And later down it says, let them turn to the Lord, that he may have mercy upon them, and to our God, that he will abundantly pardon. And that's Isaiah 55, 2 through 3 and 7. The word translated abundantly can be understood to mean in progressively increasing measure each time we come. You'll see that a lot of people think that they've done things that can't be forgiven. But God says that he will. He will forgive. And, we need to fight our addiction on 2 fronts, dealing with the hunger deep inside us and changing our thoughts of doing wrong. Neither battle is won easy. Each requires our daily readiness for God to satisfy our hunger and remove our defects of character. God not only forgives us, but also promises to satisfy the hunger we feel deep inside. And a lot of people feel that. And, one thing I want to say about recovery is it's not just people who are doing drugs. It's not just people who are drinking. It's people who have an eating issue, people who have divorce, people who have codependency. And codependency is such a huge, there's so many things under codependency. I could take the whole time to talk to you about just that. People have problems with gambling. People have problems with pornography. There's all kinds of addictions, and a lot of that has to do with your thinking, and you got to change your thinking. I remember when I first went into recovery, and the first year was really tough. I had to, I didn't have to. I quit smoking after smoking for a few years, and it was really hard. And I remember that I would have to pray like every 1 minute, Lord, help me. get through this addiction. Help me not to smoke. I don't want to smoke. Help me through this. Help me through this. And a minute later, God, help me through this. I don't want to smoke. Help me through this. And then 5 minutes, and then 10 minutes, and then hourly, and then daily. But he answered each one of those prayers, and it'll be 10 years at the end of next month that I quit smoking. And I don't want to go back because it was so hard for me to do. I did have God's help, and I did do it, but it was really hard. And there's nothing that you can't overcome. And that God is just waiting there. He's just waiting for you to ask. He has all these gifts. He has storehouses and storehouses of things that he wants to give you. But you have to ask. And he wants to give them to you. He wrapped them specially just for you. And they're waiting for you. So that's what I have today on my devotion, and that's what I got out of it. And if you have any questions or comments, go ahead, like my video, share my video, and God bless you.